Good evening, everyone. On behalf of our family, a very warm welcome to you all to Agastya's first ever performance at this scale at this Venkateshwara temple. It is truly heartwarming to see you all. Your presence means a lot to us, and thank you, truly. A massive thanks to our college friend from Hyderabad, Raghava, I don't think he's in yet, who has been a key catalyst in securing this platform and for introducing us to Sri Ramakrishna Garu. Ramakrishna Garu, as many of you know, is a talented flautist who teaches children here at this venue and dedicates his time to nurturing the next generation of musicians. Thanks also to the temple authorities for not only providing us this opportunity but also for creating a space for young artists to learn and share their art with the community. So, a big thank you. A few lines about the gurus and Agastya. So Agastya, as you know, is an A-level student. Many of you know him from when he was a baby. So after learning several Varnams and Kritis, he has very recently started exploring Manodharma music. So Agastya has been learning violin since the age of 5. Now, regarding his guru, I think Sri Balu Raghuraman, he's one of the UK's most respected Karnatic violinists, a musician who has performed with some of the greatest maestros of our times, including Dr. Balamurali Krishna, N. Ramani, and the list goes on. A fellow of Trinity College London and a top grade artist of All India Radio, he combines the depth of tradition with versatility across global styles. He is the first choice for most senior performance and a highly sought out violinist. Now he is also Agastya's Guruji. He is the resident teacher at Bhajan in London, which we all know is truly the home of Indian arts and culture in UK. His guidance, characterized by plenty of patience, humor and gentle persuasion, has shaped Agastya's discipline, sensitivity and love for the art for over 10 years. And if you know anything about how difficult the violin is to play, especially the demands of Indian classical music, and even more so for those growing up in the UK with limited access to the ecosystem this art form thrives in, you will understand the significance and weight of that line. So he's not only a great artist, he's been a very, very great, a good teacher for Agastya as well. So a huge thanks to him. And so my teacher, I learned music in India with under Sri Jayakumar Acharya and Sri Shankumar. Both of them encouraged me on the stage from an early age. I think that's key. That's probably been the reason why I'm still in touch with the art form. And opportunities like these are very uncommon for children in UK, and they make an enormous difference. Again, therefore, once again, a heartfelt thanks to the temple trustees and Ramakrishna Garu for opening these doors and supporting young musicians. And so after a long break, to support Agastya, I've resumed Mridangam, training under Pratap Ravachandra sir. He is an internationally acclaimed South Indian percussionist, now based in Croydon actually, very close, 15 minutes from here. Born in Bangalore, he began training at the age of 2 under his brother R.N. Prakash and later under K.N. Krishnamurthy. At 10, he became the youngest recipient of a Government of India scholarship to study the Ghatam, a rare distinction. For over a decade in UK, he has performed worldwide and is known for his mastery of Mridangam, Ghatam, Ganjira and Kunapur, as well as his work across classical concerts, cross-cultural collaborations and teaching. I think so. A huge thanks to him for all his performance. I think we will open the concert now with Ninnu kori, the Mohanam Varnam. It's a bright and welcoming piece that sets the tone for this concert. So this Varnam, some information which will be hopefully useful. This Varnam was composed in late 1800s when India was under the British rule by Puchi Srinivasa Iyengar. It was a period of growing political awakening. The National Indian Congress, or the Indian National Congress, had just been founded, and every regional uprisings, early regional uprisings appeared before mass national resistance gathered pace in early 1900s. So it was that initial phase. That was the time when this was composed. And yeah, the same era also saw the early roots of India's scientific renaissance, which would later inspire thinkers like Raman and Ramanujan. Across the world, inventions such as telephone and electricity were transforming daily life, with romantic composers like Chopin and Tchaikovsky were shaping Western classical music. From a Carnatic perspective, South India was changing, sabhas were forming, music was moving away from royal courts and temples to public audiences. So that was the time when this was composed. So with that, we'll get started with the first one.
Smart. If anyone has parked the car this side, now we are not allowed to park this side actually. From temple, other side we can park. If anyone has parked it, please remove the car.
the next song, we go back to 1700s, at least 100 years before this first one is composed, and we present Akhilandeshwari Rakshamam, Kriti in Dwijavanti. This composition by Muthuswami Dikshita, one of the Trinity, presents a different musical landscape. By this stage in his life, Dikshita had travelled widely and absorbed ideas from Hindustani music. In Akhilandeshwari, he portrays the goddess as an all-embracing cosmic mother. This has been one of the more challenging pieces Agastya has learnt, technically demanding, musically subtle and emotionally deep. It would not be incorrect to say that Dikshidhar was the OG pan-India guy who travelled across the length and breadth of India, learned Hindustani ragas, learned Hindi and other North Indian languages and styles, and brought them back to amalgamate with Karnatic. At this time, South India's thriving rice and textile economy helped kings and communities support musicians, and new instruments like the violin was introduced into Carnatic music by Baluswami Dikshita, who is the brother of Muthuswami Dikshita, and that began shaping the modern sound of Carnatic music. So, meanwhile, composers protected our musical heritage by keeping Indian ragas, Sanskrit hymns, and bhakti-based lyrics alive during the pressure of colonial rule. So that's kind of the context in which this was composed.